Hey y'all, welcome back. It's your host Jay Lee, and you are now tuned into I Just Think It's Funny How, the podcast where we get into all things culture, entertainment, but especially music. If that sounds like something you might be into, stay along for the ride. I just think it's funny how last month, not even 30 days ago, the city that I live in was on actual fire. I live in LA, as most of you know, and in the distance, I could see fires. Literal fires, like orange fires, like something out of a movie scene fires, like nothing I have ever seen before. I'm not from here, but beyond that, I was more concerned with the way that people were acting. Half of the city was like everything was normal, still shopping, still, walking around with no mask on. And then the other half, where I actually encountered people whose homes did burn down, prayers to those families, it was like just two different extremes. And prayers to those whose health was also affected. I'm one of those people. I was, I don't want to say diagnosed, but a doctor told me that I had bronchitis and I had to wear a face mask. I had to get breathing treatments. I was prescribed an inhaler, and it was just really sad. I'm happy to see how people are coming together, how businesses are donating and things like that, but it was one of the most insane things I've ever seen or been through, and just the scariness of having to have your emergency bag packed, contacting your family members and letting them know what's going on, always just being on edge, keeping the news on at all times just to kind of see what's going on, having alerts being sent to my phone saying that I need to evacuate. It was just a really scary experience, and again, I pray for those who were affected. Honestly, I do. Then, not to put you guys too much in my business, but I've been MIA for a few reasons. The fires, one. Two, I had bronchitis, and that made it really hard to breathe. The air quality out here, I was wearing face masks and going back and forth from the emergency room, just trying to get breathing treatments to just kind of open up my airways so I could breathe properly. Surprisingly enough, not being able to breathe is kind of scary. I never had an inhaler before, but I was carrying one around. On top of the fact that I had been told that my auntie unfortunately passed away at the top of the year. So all of these things combined definitely sent me into like a downward spiral and a mini depressive episode, if I'm being honest. And I've just had to kind of claw my way out. So I'm really blessed and happy to be sitting with you guys today, having the energy to do so, and, just excited to get back on track with all of the things that I want to do, which is definitely talk with you guys, which is definitely stay on top of my content and self-care and all these different things. So I'm just happy to get back into the motion of things, and I'm praying that you guys have had a better start to your year. But either way it goes, I'm claiming positive energy for you and I, whoever is listening, and we're going to have an amazing year, okay? No matter what your year started like, no matter what is going on today, I'm saying the rest of the year for both of us is going to be amazing. So I'm happy to be here today, guys. We have a lot to talk about. Kendrick Lamar performed at the Super Bowl. Excited to give you guys my thoughts on that. Drake and PartyNextDoor are dropping an album on Valentine's Day, which is right around the corner, as well as SZA gave us a few new tracks. So we have a lot to get into. Let's step away from the sadness. This is a celebration. We are back together, and I am happy about it. So hopefully you guys were able to catch the Super Bowl performance. If not, it is online, but we're going to talk about that a little bit today. This was not a regular Super Bowl performance. I know a lot of people were disappointed, saying it's so boring. This was a message. This was a message to the Black and brown community specifically about what it is we need to be doing. Really a message to all of America for us to wake up. The literal stage was a PlayStation controller, had the X, the O's, the triangle, and he took us through the motion, took us through a story. And if you know anything about Kendrick Lamar, everything is deeper than what it is. For those of you who thought this was a Drake diss, a small part of it was, but it's bigger than that. There's a larger message. The performance literally started off with him saying, the revolution will be televised. Y'all picked the right time, but the wrong guy. Okay? Like, let's get into the symbolism. So if I'm being honest, I did run the Super Bowl performance back like twice. And I'm sure if I'm running back a third time, I will still catch more symbolism, things that I did not catch on the first watch, simply because I was way too turned to catch anything. I'm just screaming, dancing with him, squabble up. squabble. Like, you feel me? But the first thing I did notice was that Samuel L. Jackson was Uncle Sam. And correct me, am I giving him an extra little name there? Like, is there a L in the middle? Samuel L. Jackson? I don't know, but we be calling him that. And he's kind of like everybody's uncle, especially with all the legendary roles that he's played. So I thought it was super iconic that Kendrick got Samuel L. Jackson to play Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam is, telling the Black and brown community what to do along this performance, basically saying things like, hey, you are too loud, too reckless, too ghetto, turn it down. He was given direction all throughout the performance of how the Black and brown community needs to act specifically to get along with this American system, the American game, if you will. I also love the creativity and how Kendrick used literally every part of the stage, including the crowd, where there were messages within the lights. One was warning wrong way. We got to see the game bloating. Again, go back and watch it. Y'all, I'm sure y'all have. I've watched it now 3 times, and if I watch it again, that will be a 4th. Okay, there's so much symbolism. There's so much going on, and I love specifically how he used his dancers. Dancers are a huge part of any performance, but specifically how he used them, the colors that they were wearing, the costumes, everything had a message, y'all. For real, for real. One of the formations that the dancers got into, because it was like an army of them, okay? They were wearing, again, the red, white, and blue. And while Kendrick was performing a couple of his songs, they formed an American flag. And all of these dancers were literally Black and brown. And I thought that represented, to me, when they formed that American flag, I was like, oh my gosh, because Black and brown people are the literal foundation of America. We are America, okay? And you got to see that and how they formed, again, the American flag. I would also like to take this time, I think this is the perfect time, to say Happy Black History Month. I mean, besides this performance with Kendrick Lamar giving us this awesome message throughout his Super Bowl performance, we also have Miss Beyonce. She won Album of the Year finally, like after, what has it been, 20 years? They finally gave her that award at the Grammys for Cowboy Carter. So shout out to her. We've been having a really good month, I think, thus far. And, also, the Black and brown community is standing on all 10 toes with their DEI crisis at Target. So shout out to us. Love us. Happy Black History Month, y'all. Back to the performance. There was a really eerie part of the performance when Samuel L. Jackson kept interrupting throughout the performance, again, to give direction about what we need to do to survive the game of America. He was like, too loud, too reckless, too ghetto, deduct one life. You know what I mean? And then Kendrick kind of got into more of the softer songs, and that's when Our Beautiful SZA came out. SZA, I love her, but that mic was not on. And I know the mic don't be on for a lot of big performances, for a lot of big artists, but I was like, is she lip syncing? Like, okay. But I did like the rearrangement that she did. She looked gorgeous, beautiful, love it down. And they sang Luther together, and they also performed All the Stars Are Closer. A lot of people were saying that during the performance, Kendrick was going to different parts of the controller, the X, where he performed Peekaboo. And there's this really funny part when kind of Kendrick comes popping up from the ground, and he's like, Peekaboo. If you've seen the performance, you know what I'm talking about, but that part was kind of funny, how he just popped up like that. But beyond that, they were saying, and I've been seeing all over the internet, how, different parts of the controller meant different parts of the game, whether it was play, cancel, different things. But when they were doing All the Stars Are Closer, they were marching around in the circle part of the controller, and I guess that symbolized us kind of coming together, and I think the circle mean cancel, don't it? Maybe we was coming together to cancel it. Now, let me not lie. This is just my interpretation. I could be very wrong. And that's okay. That's okay. As long as you got the message. Okay. Moving right along. He then performed the song that we had all been waiting for. He had been kind of like edging at it the whole time with They Not Like Us, with the dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And finally he did it. And when he did it, y'all, he really wasn't looking at us in the camera at all too much during the performance. He was really focused and doing his little swaggy dance. Hey, moving around. But when he said, say Drake, he looked dead at the camera. And not only was that funny to me, I was like, oh, he crazy for real, because he's not supposed to perform that because apparently he's going to get sued and all these different things. And the whole crowd was like, A minor. And I was like, dang, I really feel for Drake. I never picked a side. I have been very neutral throughout this whole thing. I love Kendrick Lamar. He has had some very valid points, but I also love Drake. And I was just, that hurt me. Okay. It hurt me so. And I'm sorry to that man. I am so sorry to that man. Cause that's a large stage now. That's a large stage. Okay. I did want to quickly go over just two more things that I kind of caught throughout the performance. Again, in the lights, you saw different messages. And at the end of the performance, we saw game over. And a lot of people were saying, again, they had to do with Drake. Guys, I need y'all to get off Drake. Everything is not about Aubrey. It's just not all about Aubrey. It's not. I think that symbolized him telling us after his last song, which was turn the TV off, turn the TV off. That was, I think, it was like the way he was saying it was kind of like a real warning. Like, y'all, we are being programmed. Turn the TV off, turn the system off. You get what I'm saying? And think with your own mind. And then for the lights to then pop up and be like, game over. I feel like if you watch the performance, okay, and you got all the symbolism and you left with the message, I think that he was saying kind of to the government, like, the game is over. The game is rigged. We know what y'all got going on, okay? And I felt like that was really powerful. And the last thing I kind of caught on to was when he just kept going back to the ladies during the performance and like, should I do it? Should I do that? Always asking them for their advice and their consult. I kind of took it as, him representing, or the women representing, really the divine feminine and how powerful we are, and how, I don't want to get too spiritual, but, women definitely have like that female intuition. And I feel like Kendrick kind of covered that, if you will, and how important it is to consult and like, have that balance within like a relationship. But furthermore, again, spiritually, like we all kind of need to work together to get to the greater good. So that is kind of like my take on the Super Bowl performance. Again, I'm sure I missed so many more things. If you guys caught something you're like, oh, I think Jay would want to know this, please leave it in the comments. I'm always down to learn more or see how, you interpreted it, because art is meant to be interpreted and enjoyed together, guys. So I really hope that you enjoyed my little review here with the Super Bowl. Let's get into some other topics. And yeah. So SZA, our girl, she finally gave us the songs that we've been begging for. We got 4 new tracks on the SOS Deluxe, Lana Deluxe, the Deluxe to the next Deluxe. Either way it go, we got 4 new tracks. Are they really new? Kinda, not really, because we've been begging her after hearing these snippets for quite some time. Anyway, we got Joni featuring Don Toliver, Take You Down, Open Arms, the solo version. Thank you. As well as PSA. The one I want to go over today will be Take You Down, which is now track 17 on SOS Deluxe Lana bonus tracks. This one's produced by Dexter's Son, and thank God for Cody. So this song is really, I love SZA, but our girl be going through it. And it's honest, and I think that's why a lot of us relate to it. I'm going to go over verse 1, and then we can get into what we think about it, okay? Verse 1. Do you mean it when you say it? I believe it because you're my effing favorite. I took the bait. I licked the poison, baby. Over and over and over again. Over again. Yeah. Pull it back. Let me see inside. Lick the ussy. We feeling something. SHIT feels so different. When it's prime time, when it's up front, they reporting live. They don't give a F. They don't want to even lie. F around and die over community ick. Never fight over community ick. F a chopper, I'ma need a stick. Yeah, classy cause my nigga tricking. Yeah, nasty, I'm finding I'm thick. 6 blunts in and I'm overthinking. Yeah. I love SZA. She's just, again, so honest. But you all know, you dealt with somebody and you just keep licking the poison over and over and over and over again. Knowing good and well, we shouldn't even be here right now. We shouldn't be here right now. But I do like the fact that she stuck up for herself. She stuck up for the girlies, and she told us never fight over community ick. And I'm saying ick, fill in the words. vitamin D, if you will, you get it. But don't never do that. Don't be fighting over the community egg. Going over the pre-chorus, did you mean all the ish you said to me the other day? Was you just talking or you trying to swing my way? I gotta know, because when you look at me that way, start doing numbers in my head, I calculate. The chorus, how many ways can you take me down, 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 whoa, ooh, I'm not thinking straight. When you around, round, round, whoa. Okay, verse 2, Daddy, tell me, am I your effing baby? I miss the days when you don't call, just show up, bust me over and over, baby, over and over again. Ooh, over and over again. Took a plan B, you came inside. Ooh, told you before you that ick is mine. SHIT feels so different when you soul tied, when you caught up feeling conjured. Daughters of death, death, see you tomorrow. Jesus. Pre-chorus, did you mean all that ish you said the other day? Was you just talking or trying to swing my way? I gotta know, because when you look at me that way, start doing numbers in my head, I calculate. I cannot hold you. The whole Daughters of Death thing, I'm not really sure what that's about. When you listen to the song, you don't really catch certain stuff, but then when you're reading the lyrics, you're like, okay, girl, what did that mean? Okay. But long story short, I really do like the extra tracks that she added, especially Open Arms, when she like, I'd rather just F on my ex again. Like, I just spent the whole night crying. Jesus, like, I love SZA and I'm super ready for the tour. Did y'all get y'all tickets? The tickets are like $400 and up. You deserve to go, okay? I deserve to go. I hope that you guys get the tickets to the show. The show with her and Kendrick, if you're living under a rock, they'll be going on tour in a couple months here. So again, hope you guys get your tickets. And I think I'm going to the LA show, if not the Atlanta one. Who trying to squabble up? Moving right along. Drake and PartyNextDoor are dropping an album on Friday, Valentine's Day, if you will. And the title is Some Sexy Songs for You. This is a project between both him and PartyNextDoor, and it's expected to be released again on Valentine's Day this year through OVO Sound and Sony Music. The album will serve as just a follow-up of their respective studio albums, For All the Dogs and P4. I know that there's a big battle going on, or really has ended. Kendrick won. And Kendrick did have some very, very valid points. Like, he had really valid points, and I hear him and I understand. However, nobody is going to stop the history of the love of the music that I have for Drake, okay? It's a long history. 'Cause she held me down, tell me everything. Okay, like, we go way back. And it's raining right now in LA. You best be darn skippy. I put some Drake on in the car. Okay? It just goes with the vibe. And I definitely hear what y'all are saying. I definitely get it. And I'm still excited for this music. Wishing everyone the best, okay? I know a lot of girlies are also excited because it is coming out on Valentine's Day, and that really gives the girls something to look forward to. My boyfriend is going to definitely do something for me on Valentine's Day. I'm excited for that, but I mean, new music never hurt nobody. So I will be talking about that probably on the next episode, seeing that it comes out this Friday. I hope that you guys have a wonderful Valentine's Day, even if it's just a self-care day. Me personally, I also have to work on that day. It's just a regular day, really, y'all. But definitely do something nice for yourself. Do something for the ones that you love. And yeah, all jokes aside though, like, Valentine's Day is cute and everything, but like, what are they doing for you on a daily basis? What is the vibe on a daily basis? Like, I hope that Valentine's Day you do, you know what I mean? If you're in a relationship, show love to the other person. But I think the focus as we mature and as we grow older is treat that person special every day. Do something nice for that person every day. Yeah, it's not just about chocolates and roses on one day, guys. Anyway, moving right along, I have now reached the end of my topics. Looking at the time frame, I kind of sped through those, but it's my first podcast back. It's the first podcast of the year. And I think it'll be cool to go ahead and do the usual, which is look at those toxic blogs and tell y'all my first opinion of what's going on. Because again, I do not follow these pages. I do not want to see it. I think it's really, really sad sometimes. But I do get a lot of my news, like I say, on TikTok. And yeah, let's see what's going on. The first thing that I see that I want to even say would be happy birthday to Gucci Mane. Apparently, it's Gucci Mane's birthday today. Shout out to Gucci Mane. Keisha Kayor, of course, posted the post for her husband. Keisha Kayor has always looked super good to me. Even when she used to have that mohawk, that blonde mohawk, she looked good. We love Keisha Kayor. Happy birthday to Gucci Mane. Moving on, Amy Luciani and Dwight Howard share the same toothbrush. Now, y'all are really gross and really nasty, and I'm gonna pray for y'all because that's too much. You can never be that close. Like, it will never be that close, okay? We're never gonna share a toothbrush. That's insane. Get help. Anyway, Michael B. Jordan is iced out on the cover of GQ. Honestly, Michael B. Jordan has never really been my taste, my steez, if you will, but I get the attraction there. And these pictures are fly. He has on an all white type of vibe, silver moment. And I think he has a movie coming out soon. But yeah, Michael B. Jordan looks great. He looks strong and healthy. He just kind of looked like he's gonna bite me. I don't know why. That's just what I get from him. Anyway, Glorilla, she has posted a post with her in the gym, early morning, getting it, day 10 of fasting, everything. Life's great. She looks good. She looks strong. She looks healthy. She's been training really hard online, and you can see the evidence, okay? Speaking of the gym, summer is right around the corner, guys. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Moving right along. Apparently, Raising Kanan Season 4 is here. I'm excited. I miss Power in its entirety. I don't know if I'm the only one that's watching that, but currently, I kind of have nothing to watch on television. Netflix really held it down, though. I was watching Dubai Bling, which is a reality TV show based in Dubai. Finished that out. It's done. I also saw Wags to Riches with Ocho Cinco's. Is it his ex now? Not sure. Watch that in its entirety. All done. I also watched Young, Famous, and African. I think that's the name of the show. Either way it goes, I also finished that. So I'm really happy to have something else to watch again. So Raising Kanan it is. What else is going on? Coi Leray did her On the Radar freestyle, and it's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. I have the utmost respect for her, still pushing through. And I know the drama going on with Trippie Redd, him cheating on her, she's pregnant, and she looks great here on the Radio freestyle. So you guys should check that out. Give her some love and some support. Happy birthday to Young Miami. It looks like she just celebrated her 31st birthday, so that is really good. Blessings to her, and I know she's dropping a single with DaBaby, and it hasn't really been getting the most positive reviews, but I feel like it is my duty to listen to the new music that comes out and give it an honest opinion. So I should give you guys an update on that as well when I see you next, as well as Dej Loaf and Jacquees have a project coming out, but the project is coming with just a little bit of drama, and I feel like, I don't know if it's a good thing because, it is publicity for their project, but Jacquees' fiance, Deandra Sanders, is not happy with Dej Loaf right now, just simply because I guess she is not happy that her man got to take pictures like he's in a relationship with Dej Loaf. But from my knowledge, doesn't Dej play for the other team? I'm not sure, but either way it goes, the girl is mad. Kanye West, his Shopify recently shut down due to him selling a very controversial t-shirt. I don't know if I should feel sorry for Kanye. He's kind of like the boy who cries wolf, and I never know when to be serious with him. Like, are we to pray for him, send him well wishes? I'm not sure, but I do know he has a Project Bully coming out, and I think this is like some of the marketing for it to kind of get all eyes on him again, as well as him having his wife, Bianca, stripped to the nude at the Grammys red carpet, which I'm really not really sure how I feel about that, because she looked like she didn't want to do it, but he said she did, so I'm going to stay out of married folk business. Moving right along. What else is going on? It looks like Dream Doll is ready to pop at any moment. If you guys don't know, Dream Doll is pregnant and she's just looking really cute these days with her baby belly, but she looks like she's about to, give birth at any day now. So good luck to her. Wishing her well on her pregnancy and things like that. Jaden Alexis, she posted a tweet saying, Jaden, wake up. They want to hear you rap again. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a bad little and I still want to hips on it. I like that song. It's literally on my gym playlist. So if she want to drop some more music, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. She got to support that family and live her dreams. So shout out to her. Anyway, I just see a lot of stuff about the Super Bowl and how well Kendrick did, everyone's opinion on that. So that's really all I see. I think I'm going to wrap here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm so sorry that it's been such a gap of time. Please forgive me. I'm back on track. And I hope that, again, you have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Happy Black History Month. Again, find a way to support a local Black business, whether it be online, if you go to a restaurant, anything. Let's just support each other. Within the community. I hope that you guys have a wonderful week ahead. And if you haven't already, go ahead and follow me on my social media links down below in the description box. In the show notes, you'll see all of my socials. You can keep up with me there until the next episode. I'm also going to release another playlist for you guys with updated music, especially since the year started. It's so much new music that I've kind of kept to myself, so I'm excited to share that with you guys. And go ahead and follow the show. It should be some way for you guys to follow the show. That way you can stay updated when new episodes arrive and keep up with me. So thank you guys again for listening.